Okay, today, once again, we are going to examine TikTok because this worldwide viral social media platform is currently being used by many tens of thousands of scammers to target, educate, and recruit children into the world of credit card fraud and financial crime. It's no secret that I dislike the platform. I have multiple videos on the channel which discuss and expose various different scams, such as a gaming scam where Fortnite esports teams were falsely claiming that they owned a mansion in order to get referral code revenue from young children. I've posted critique and commentary of the general dangers on TikTok, from decreased attention span to predatory grooming, and I've criticized the implications of a Chinese government-influenced company being responsible for the app's development, but today I'm going to go even further. Let's begin with something a little less dangerous and work our way up to the much more severe issues. To start with, I want to talk about alkaline water. Alkaline water is basically ordinary, except for having a slightly higher pH level. Proponents of the water will claim a variety of health benefits, but mainstream scientific study has concluded that there is very little difference. So why am I talking about it? The answer is pretty simple. If you start to search for terms like alkaline water on TikTok, you'll begin to find multi-million view videos advertising the tremendous benefits. These videos showcase that the water has a different pH level, obviously, and go on to say that bottled water is much less healthy. They will also say a variety of other taglines, such as promotes health in the body or medical grade water, but let's dig a little deeper on this. One of these videos, with over 3.9 million views by itself, claims directly that doctors are keeping us sick by recommending Pedialyte, because Pedialyte is acidic, which means more disease, sickness, and inflammation. This video by Delaney Mamison, I don't care how it's pronounced, goes on to do a basic pH test and then ends with her saying, "For sure don't want to be drinking this anymore." Basically, she is saying that your doctor is keeping you sick by promoting something acidic and the water you drink is unhealthy. And why would she do this? Well, if you go to her link tree, which is just a centralized promotional page that many TikTok creators use in their bio for all sorts of different profiles and social media pages, you'll find this little button right here. This button, which reads "Order Your Water Machine," will take you to a page in the Enagic store for a Level Luck K8, which is a $5,000 antioxidizer. What's even more interesting is that in the upper right-hand corner, there's a set of numbers. There is the enroller ID and the sponsor ID. This number exists because the Kangen water systems are a multi-level marketing scam. The enroller draws profit as a member of the pyramid scheme, while the sponsor ID most likely refers to that user's individual verification code, because they are almost certainly getting a hefty commission from the sale of a radically overpriced machine. Daisy Mamison is quite literally claiming that your doctor is making you sick and that the solution is to buy a $5,000 ionization system that doesn't have any health benefits. Great job, girl, and you slay, queen. But anyway, that's just the tip of the iceberg. If you explore further, you'll find that there are hundreds of these channels who are almost exclusively dedicated to the production of water safety videos. This one is Ben Landry, who gets millions and millions of views, constantly producing almost the exact same video every single time, saying that regular water ages you faster. And if we click his profile, then his link tree, we find the same water machine. $5,000 to do absolutely nothing, sold to you on fear, and right here, plain as day, are his sponsor and enroller identification tags. Here's a few more. Ryan Allen Bell. Some of his videos have 400, 600, even 800,000 views. He has garnered millions upon millions of hits while claiming that the water you drink is damaging, and in his link tree we find the same $5,000 filter. ID tag, sponsor tag, same as the others. The next one is a carbon copy of the first, and I believe the most damaging type of promotion for this water filter. Arctic Desert Life, which appears to be a couple, is pretending to hundreds of thousands of people that doctors are keeping us sick and that you need to have water that isn't going to make you get more diseases. Same link, same hardware, same exact scam. This girl, Elizabeth G. Murrow, looks fairly normal till you scroll down and find that she was recently producing water alkaline comparison videos, some garnering over 2 million views individually, which link back once again to the same purifier scam. This goes on and on and on. Some creators claim that your water will give you cancer. Some of them say it will decrease your manhood. Some of them say that your sex drive will be gone, and others claim entirely new, creatively misleading problems will appear because you need to buy this filter. Your very survival depends on it. These creators are obviously sponsored to give you medical misinformation, and it's happening on a scale in the millions. They have tens of millions, possibly hundreds of millions of views, and millions of aggregate subscribers as they peddle what amounts to a placebo, under the best of circumstances. Recently, the FDA had to investigate an alkaline water company after 5 children were diagnosed with acute hepatitis, where this water was the only link between them. They were hospitalized with liver failure and have since recovered, but the reality of what these creators might be promoting is far more sinister than they would have you believe. They fearmonger their audience into believing that the doctors are the ones making them sick and that they might die from cancer if they don't buy a $5,000 machine when you can get the same exact type of hardware from Amazon with the same effect, which will ionize your water, for less than $10. Bottom line, they are the worst type of people, but that was just the intro example of SCAMTok. Now let's get into the heavy hitters. If you open TikTok right now and search hashtag SCAMTok with just a K, you get this message. TikTok is obviously aware, or at least was aware, of what their platform is often used for, but if you alter that word with just one letter, adding the C, you get this. These are sometimes viral TikToks totaling millions of views and many thousands of subscribers, and this is only one hashtag, by the way, there's a bunch more, which display wads of cash and advocate for their audience to start scamming, which will make them rich. These TikToks very often call for off-platform direct messages via Instagram or preferably Snapchat in order to teach people, and many of them also play with background music from the song Scam Bible by OBN Dev or Scam Jesus by the same author. More troubling is that some of these videos contain references to the risk and display what seems to be a card reader. The risk in this case is a leap of bravery, which is generally how they try to frame it, referencing the risk of 20 years in prison for credit card fraud. And the device they most commonly use is an MSRX6. The MSRX6 is a magnetic strip reader and writer, which can be used to steal credit card information, and from there, a spoofed version of the card on a blank is used to withdraw money or make purchases. If you search the term swipe scam, you will find plenty of videos where actual children are contemplating whether or not they should take the risk, or even videos targeting 15, 14, or 13-year-olds by number and also demographic, saying that if they take the risk, they can have shoes, Microsoft gift cards, tons of cash, TVs, and PlayStations. But that's not all. The actual goal here, contrary to what it may seem, is to sell a scam Bible. And the scam Bible is a massive digital archive of methods and guides on how to commit return fraud, social security fraud, credit card fraud, how to steal identities, how to cheat Uber, cheat PayPal, scam Cash App, PlayStation, and so much more. There's a lot here. This Bible has comprehensive text files with the exact methodology, and the actual goal here, along with providing a blueprint on how to do it, is to sell this methodology to children. There are blueprints on how to scam with Venmo, Western Union, Zelle, and Square, Walmart fraud, files on doxing, files on how to crypto scam, spoof IDs, fake documents, and spoof checks. The 2021 version has a folder for dark web resources, details on DDoS attacks, and remote infiltration for hackers to leverage a victim's local system. This really is, in all respects of the word, a Bible for internet scammers, and it's being sold in viral videos all over TikTok. The creators who make the videos often don't even use the methods attached because the risk of jail time is just far too severe. I was contacted by a source who asked to remain completely anonymous before I even really began this video. Well, actually, I'd started research into TikTok scams already, generally speaking, but all I had dug into so far was the multi-level marketing scam that we just talked about, the water purifier one. And I'd never actually done this video itself with all of the information, so I was halfway through. His terms were that I not show anything that he sent me at all, or risk exposing his identity in any way whatsoever, so I will honor that. He basically turned me onto the subject, this particular subject, but he also told me that him and a couple of his friends who have done this for a while, allegedly, despite a moral crisis of conscience, he claimed, were actually not using any of the methods. They sold the Scam Bible itself for $100 and then used that money to create content on TikTok, which would trick more people into buying it, thinking that the thousands of dollars were from using the scams inside the Bible. They were selling a simple digital file which does contain the methods for these crimes instead of committing active credit card fraud, but they are selling the idea and the guide for committing active credit card fraud to kids on TikTok. TikTok was or is in some capacity aware of this, but they don't do nearly enough to shut it down. There are many more steps even that I haven't discussed here. I'm concerned I'll be demonetized or flagged if I go into too much more detail, but there are punchers, chemicals for dissolving certain types of paint, and methods to buy everything you will actually need on the dark web. I stopped short of pursuing my own copy of the Scam Bible to explore, and I definitely did not keep one on my hard drive because I'm afraid the FBI would kick down my door, but when I realized just how widespread this is on TikTok, I decided to make a video. It started with just another MLM and shady promotions, but it ended with a realization that millions of people are engaging with content where criminals are selling detailed guides on fraud schemes and other financial crimes to children while enticing them through TikTok with wads of cash and expensive merch. If your child has or buys a card reader, you need to have a serious conversation with them. And if anyone sees this who might be actively using or considering these methods, don't do it. You are risking over a decade in prison per instance. It is not worth it to you. But yeah, that's it. SCAMTok is a very real thing with very real consequences. And it's being used, as I make this video, as you watch this video, to lure children, thousands of children even, tens of thousands possibly, into a world of financial crime at incredibly young ages. Don't fall for it. If you want to support my work, that's the end, by the way. If you want to support my work, please consider supporting on either Locals or Patreon. I'm trying to diversify away from just ad revenue. Also, if you want to try a completely different platform, check out Odyssey. All my content is there as well. It's a video sharing and hosting platform. There are other links down below, another YouTuber to check out, merchandise, social media, but I'll cut it there and stop rambling. As always, thank you all for watching. TikTok is garbage, and have a nice night.